A lot of high-profile influencers have came out and blasted the current regime in Britain, whilst also taking aim at Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Jeremy Clarkson, Ricky Gervais, Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk are just a few that have used their large following to vent their distaste over the way the UK is going under the leadership of Keir Starmer. Andrew Tate has also taken aim at the PM and has came out again as he struggled to hide his anger with Starmer. In today's video, we will discuss what he has said to him, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Andrew Tate grew up in the UK and has came out multiple times and said he identifies as a British rather than American, despite his father being born in the US and living the first few years of his life there. Tate has come under a lot of backlash since his rise to fame a few years ago, with the UK government officials trying to ban his name. IN schools. Here at British Stand, we believe that Tate is a good role model for any young man. Tate has also not shied in voicing his opinion on the ongoings with this country. Andrew Tate replied to a Keir Starmer X post, blasting him and struggling to hide his anger. Starmer wrote, "We have started the urgent work of fixing the foundations of the country's economy. Apprenticeships will be central to our industrial strategy, providing young people with the skills they need for the jobs of future." Andrew Tate replied, "Why do you keep spending hundreds of millions on foreign wars while pensioners starve? Why have you betrayed your people? What blackmail do they have on you? Which island? It's great to see these high-profile influencers call out two-tier freebie Keir. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments." In other news, Donald Trump has claimed that the fantastic Nigel Farage won the general election ahead of a meeting with Keir Starmer. Speaking to GB News' political editor Christopher Hope, the Republican presidential hopeful lauded his Clacton ally, as well as Reform's surge in the polls back in July. Trump told the People's Channel, "I think Nigel is great. I've known him for a long time. He had a great election too, picked up a lot of seats, more seats than he was allowed to have actually. They acknowledge that he won, but for some reason you have a strange system over there. You might win them, but you don't get them. Nigel is a fantastic person." The 45th president's remarks came about an hour before sit-down talks with the Prime Minister, with Starmer claiming he wants to establish a relationship with his potential soon-to-be international colleague. In other news, Keir Starmer has admitted he mangled his words when he said the word sausages rather than hostages in his speech to Labour's conference. The Prime Minister sparked mockery online when he called for the return of the sausages in his Labour conference speech. The Labour leader had intended to call for the return of Israeli hostages held by Hamas terrorists in Gaza after the October 7th attacks on Israel. Starmer was asked by a reporter on the sidelines of the United Nations about the comment, joking, "Were you hungry? Was it in the autocue?" The PM replied, "Was it in the autocue? I just mangled the beginning of the word, I think. Have you never done that?" Starmer added, "These things are there to give you all the opportunity to rib me." Starmer had said, "I call again for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, the return of the sausages, the hostages, and a recommitment to the two-state solution, a recognized Palestine and a safe and secure Israel." The comment sparked a host of mocking images on social media. One posted an image of the poster for the film Sausage Party, which includes the tagline, "One hero will rise," to which the person replied, "Who knew it would be Starmer?" In other news, the family of a man murdered by the UK's youngest knife murderers have said they're devastated by the loss. Sean Cesarhigh died after being attacked with a 42-centimetre machete by two 12-year-old boys in a park in Wolverhampton last year. At the start of a 2-day sentencing hearing at Nottingham Crown Court, a victim impact statement was read to Mrs. Justice Tipples on behalf of the victim's family, who joined via video link from Anguilla. Reading in court, the UK representative for Anguilla, Dorothea Hodge, said, "We as a family are struggling in so many ways since Sean was taken from us, especially in the horrific way he was taken. Losing a child is a parent's worst nightmare. The statement continued, "We are devastated as a family, totally heartbroken and confused." Shortened periods were held in court in light of the boy's age, both of whom appeared wearing a shirt and tie. Sean was described as a humble, unique person, always confident and very honest. A brave soul, generous and compassionate. We will always love Sean, and he will always have a special place in our heart. The family also said the murder has taken a toll on mental health, academic performance, and family finance. No one expects to have to bury their own child. We were not prepared for this. Sisahai died after being stabbed in the heart and suffering a skull fracture on Wolverhampton's Stowlawn playing fields in November. The two teenagers, who are now aged 13 but still cannot be named because of their age, were convicted of Sean Sisahai's murder in June. The young man had come to the UK from Anguilla in the Eastern Caribbean for an eye operation. In court for the prosecution, Ms. Healy KC mitigating said, "The boys are the UK's youngest knife murderers, and there is little precedent in sentencing them. The sentence should focus on rehabilitation," she said. Ms. Brand KC, defending one of the boys, described a genuine expression of regret and remorse. This crime was not premeditated. Also defending, Mr. Lewis KC said, "We do invite my lady to be sure that whoever used the knife were intent to kill. He's been no problem since. Prospects of rehabilitation are good." Mrs. Justice Tipples is to hand down her sentence tomorrow on the final day of the hearing. Lastly, Princess Kate privately attended the English National Ballet in a surprise royal outing today. The Princess of Wales, who recently finished her course of preventative chemotherapy, took to social media with the news. Writing on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, Kate said, "Congratulations and thank you to @EanBallet and @Sadlers.Wells for the wonderfully powerful, moving and inspiring performance of Akram Khan's Giselle. Creativity at its best. The C at the end of the post is an indication it was written directly by Catherine, Princess of Wales. The Princess of Wales privately attended the English National Ballet's matinee performance of Giselle at Sadler's Wells this afternoon. We understand that she enjoyed the performance so much that she wanted to write a public message about it. It is believed a key part of the princess's recovery is doing things that bring her joy. The ballet and arts in general are known to be a real passion for the Princess of Wales. Just earlier this month, Princess Kate confirmed she had completed her course of preventative chemotherapy. She first announced she was beginning the treatment in March, 2 months after undergoing major abdominal surgery. The royal spent 13 days in the London clinic, the same hospital where King Charles was treated for an enlarged prostate. For the whole of 2024, Kate has been recuperating in private at her Windsor home, Adelaide Cottage. She made 2 official public appearances, one to Trooping the Colour and the other to the Wimbledon final with Princess Charlotte and Pippa Matthews. In her video announcing the end of her chemotherapy treatment, Kate did say she was hoping to begin a gradual return to work. On September 17th, the 42-year-old held her first work meeting in over 9 months, as recorded by the court circular. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.